What's up, juggalos and juggalettes? We are here reviewing Lazy Dead Homie Gang Rags, and let me jump right into this. This is Blaze's first album since Clockwork Gray, which was released back in '07, so it's 3 years have passed, and Lazy Dead Homie has returned with Gang Rags. And let me give you a little background on this album. Blaze's albums up to this point have always been backed by Twisted. They've always been behind the production and even helping write the lyrics and just the general production of the album. Well, this time, Violent J and Mikey Clark have produced this album. So now Blaze is being backed by Violent J, and both of them, Violent J and Mikey Clark, produce every track on the album. And that's definitely different. It's definitely new to hear that. To have that gives a very different perspective. Blaze hasn't quite sounded like this before, I want to say. It's very reminiscent of One Less G in the Hood, since whenever any new artist first joins Psychopathic, they get Violent J kind of helps the project. So it kind of has a very old school Psychopathic feel to it, which is great. I feel that the album really is fun and it's enjoyable and it has a very, very old school sound to it. It feels a lot like older type ICP feel almost. It's not as wicked as Clockwork Gray. It's not as wicked as even Cole and Grundy or One Less G in the Hood or even the EP, the Blaze Dead Homie self-titled EP. It's not as wicked. It's a lot more of a fun album. It has some wicked songs on there, but it has a lot more party tracks, which is kind of weird, or party type tracks. Twisted isn't even on the album anywhere, which is weird, as I said before. So not only are they not back, they aren't even featured on any songs since they're all partners, you know, and that's weird to have Twisted Knife around on a Blaze album. It's the first one that's ever happened on. You have different features from Cottonmouth Kings are on the album. You have ABK, of course, and so it's kind of, you have a couple drive-by tracks. You have ICPs on the CD, Violent J's on the CD, Dayton Family, who has just recently signed to Hatchet House, apparently, from what the book said, is on the album. A lot of, and every person that's on the album does a really good job. Every feature, it doesn't feel like the feature's just thrown in there. It feels like the feature fit in. The one main thing I have to say about this CD, what's wrong with it, is that all the other Blaze CDs were very bump-worthy. I feel that Clockwork Gray was high in the ways of being able just to roll down your car windows and bumping it, and just having that bass just hit, and every beat on Clockwork Gray was just insane. On Gang Rags, it feels like I enjoyed it more by listening through earphones. I listened through the headphones the first time, and I loved it. And then I drove later on, and while I was driving earlier, I just couldn't blare it. I couldn't bump it. There's some of the beats are so crazy because it's Mikey Clark, and it's more of just production more than just, you know, bump worthy. It's more of musicianship and instrumentals being complicated, but it's really good. It sounds a lot like Mikey Clark, but he doesn't use a whole bunch of unneeded electric guitar. It sounds really cool. A couple really good tracks. My favorite tracks on the album, Damn Bitch with Dayton Family is great. I love it. I can't wait till Dayton Family releases their Hatchet House album because they're legends, and they've always been great. What else is really good? I'm Back is real good. Right in the Whip with Cottonmouth Kings, I enjoyed. And Tokyo Spa, while I was laughing so hard at this track. Just walking down the street while listening to it, I was laughing. And it's really enjoyable. Violent J also writes the lyrics for about 4 or 5 songs, so you can definitely tell. So it definitely gives it more of a old school ICP feel to it also. But all in all, it's really good. You know, this is the only other solo CD from an artist, not counting DJ Clegg or re-releasing Bang Bang Bone. Only Boondocks and Blaze have released their own album, full-on LP this year, and I think I enjoyed Gang Rags a little bit more than South of Hell. And Blaze it again because I love Blaze. He's probably my favorite on Psychopathic. Didn't disappoint me this time, just has a different feel, so you gotta keep in mind. Also, it's not as bump worthy as his older ones, but it's definitely enjoyable. So I give the CD an 8 out of 10. I say definitely check it out. It's awesome. It comes with a bandana of your choice, and it's really enjoyable CD. So 8 out of 10. Check it out. Eastside, mother.